Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft, and I mock it, give you my views, thoughts, and opinions. And we got a fun one today, as we got Lance Zierlein's mock draft, and I'm super excited. I haven't looked at it yet. I saw a lot of complaints about it on Twitter, actually from Zierlein himself, saying people are knocking my mock draft, and I was like, I can't wait to get into it. I love being surprised by these things, so I've did my best to stay away from any spoilers. We'll be checking out Todd McShay's tomorrow, so be on the look for that. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. And yeah, we'll have a walk the mock tomorrow, and then I'm thinking Friday we're gonna do a mock the mock of some of y'all's mock drafts. We'll see, but let's go ahead and get into this sucker. As with pick 1, we have Bryce Young. Hey, you know what? I ain't mad at this. I ain't mad. Oh, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad at the Texans one. I'm not bad at Carolina taking Bryce Young. He's my top quarterback. You trade up, I think you kind of like, you want to swing for the fences. Stroud might be the safer pick. Doesn't have the size concerns of Young, but I don't think he's the same level of passer that Young is. Young's very complete in terms of how he processes the field, how quickly he does that, his ability to improvise, and just a fan. All right, so we had a sneak peek at this. Tyree Wilson going to the Houston Texans. Let's actually read this one. If the Texans miss out on Young, they might not be a lock to take Stroud with needs along the defensive line and 2 first-round picks. The choice could be between Wilson and Anderson. But why Wilson over Anderson? Anderson got up to what, like 253 or something? Like, maybe schematically Wilson's a better fit, but Anderson, I think Anderson's the better prospect. So I'm not in love with this. Not in love with this. When I talk about taking Anderson over Wilson, I'm like, just take the quarterback. Are they going to like trade back into the first round? Man, I'm spilling my coffee everywhere. All right, let's see how this Colts pick goes down. Oh, actually, it's the Cardinals. I keep forgetting the Cardinals are this pick. So, despite a non-quarterback prospect going a pick before them, they are still able to get Will Anderson. I call that a big W for the Cards. Let's keep going with now officially the Colts pick. Is this Stroud? Oh, we got a nice ad here for Mickey D's. Ugh. Whoa, it's Baltimore. There's a trade. Okay, I'm assuming the Colts get Lamar Jackson. All right, so if a trade is going to get done for Lamar, you would think Baltimore would like it to happen before the draft, especially if the deal is with the Colts, who hold the 4th overall pick. It would be hard to pass on Stroud in this spot. I don't know, if you're the Ravens, do you go back to the well with a running quarterback and Anthony Richardson with uber tools? I mean, honestly, Stroud, it's kind of a safe spot. I don't mind it, but you serious, Gojo? Took his toy up in my windowsill. Now Akila's gonna come reprimand him. What up, Akila? You're never in the videos. Akila, show the people your face. Oh, Akila's a cute dog. All right, bye, Akila. All right, so I feel like if you're a team that wants to do a deal for Lamar, you want to do it in this draft. Particularly why? Because the Colts have that 4th pick, and you want to be in play for a new quarterback if you're trading, if you're the Ravens. You don't give them Lamar and then you take their next year and their 2025 pick and likely be picking outside the top 10. It's just not smart. So yes, if a deal I feel like is going to get done with Lamar, it has to be prior to the draft. If you're the Ravens, yeah, kind of take whoever your cup of tea is at quarterback. I kind of lean Richardson just for Baltimore, but that might just be my ignorance of them just being so used to them taking a or them having a running quarterback, even with Tyler Huntley. Seattle Seahawks take Jalen Carter. I'm cool with this. Like, I get the off-field issues, but I don't know. I don't think they're at all as bad as some people make them out to be. They'll be like, oh, the reckless driving. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, I'd rather this guy kind of learn his lesson going into the league than rather learning it while he is in the league. I feel like that really won't be a problem. Some people want to question his work ethic. Despite that, he was very dominant the last 2 years. So it's like, for me, it's hard to pass on Jalen Carter in the top 6. Detroit Lions take Devon Witherspoon. I'm of the opinion that Detroit could be open to take a corner at this pick. I think they're far from done with addressing the corner position. Manuel Mosley, 1-year deal. Jeffrey Okudah, he is going to be a free agent after this season. Leaves you with really only Cam Sutton. So you kind of want to address the position. Devon Witherspoon would be a really good fit for Aaron Glenn there. All right, we got now the Texans move back up and get Will Levis. They trade with the Raiders. All right, so with 12 picks in this year's draft and additional capital in 2024, Houston sends some to move up for a strong arm, but erratic QB from Kentucky. So they walk away with Tyree Wilson and Will Levis. I'm more comfortable just sitting at 12 and taking a quarterback at 2. I'm just more comfortable with that. Really am. But Anthony Richardson. So the slide begins for Richardson. Very interesting. All right. Let's see. Pick 8 being the Falcons. Christian Gonzalez. I really like Christian Gonzalez too. The Falcons, I think he adds that size and that blend of size and athleticism to that. Probably going to be a very man-heavy scheme there in Atlanta. Lucas Van Ness going to the Bears. So they even they still opt out of taking a tackle here, which I'm fine with. They didn't really do anything with the defensive line, so kind of leads me to believe that they'll try to be a bit more adamant with that in the draft. And Lucas, people, anytime I put Lucas Van Ness at 12, I get, oh, that's such a reach. People are putting him in the top 10. Shut your mouth. Ignorant. All right, we got 10 here being the Philadelphia Eagles. They take Peter Skoronski. I actually kind of like this one. Gives you a very flexible piece along the offensive line that can play all 5 spots. If injury goes down, bam, Skoronski, he's in. Honestly, I think I would probably start him at the right guard spot instead of Cam Jurgen. I think Jurgen is the center of the future, but first Kelsey's got to hang him up. On top of that, man, we know Lane Johnson. He has his durability concerns, so Skoronski could be a good fit there as well. All right, pick 11 is the tight ends. They go Jackson Smith-Njigba. So he said I wanted to give them an offense tackle in this spot, but their need for help at wide receiver appears to be even more pressing right now. Opposed to win. They went into the season with a very lackluster cast of wide receivers. I'm cool with the Jackson Smith-Njigba pick here. The only problem is I feel like there's going to be so many wide receivers available on day 2 that it's you kind of get your pick of Paris Johnson here. Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, whoever you prefer, I suppose. I'd rather that than taking JSN here. I feel like the value on day 2 is not going to be necessarily as widespread as it is when it comes to the tackle position. You might be lucky to come away with Matthew Bergeron in round 2. It's just a bigger drop off for me. All right, this is the Raiders. They take Darnell Wright, so they actually move down, pick up picks. Corner should be an option here, but supply and demand points to tackle. They brought back, I don't know how to say Jermaine's name, or at least his last name. But they brought him back at right tackle, and he was actually pretty solid for them. I guess Darnell Wright technically could open up at guard. Do you keep him at right guard, or do you keep him on the right side is the question, because I really want them to put Dylan Parham at right guard. That's where he was the best last year, and he only played 2 games. And I don't know why they kept just, oh, you're playing left guard, get used to it, buddy. It's like he was better at right guard. Just put him at right guard. Darnell Wright, this is fine. Might still go with the corner, though, with Joey Porter on here. You got Deonte Banks. Could be an option as well. Broderick Jones going to the New York Jets, so still no Paris Johnson? Okay, whatever, Lance. I suppose, like, oh, yeah, yay, we're going to get our Trent Williams of the future. And it's like, I feel like Paris Johnson's more likely to be that guy. Broderick Jones, I mean, I think he's a ready-made run defender. I think he's actually pretty strong at the point of attack. And he needs to develop as a pass protector. But I believe that will come in. I think the Jets going with an offensive lineman here is kind of the right pick. 14 being the Patriots. Should be a trade down, but they take Anthony Richardson. There's reportedly tension between Bill Belichick and Mac Jones in this scenario. The Patriots look to deal Jones for a draft pick and choose to develop a dynamic but raw Richardson. And I guess you start the year with Bailey Zappi if you want, or you just start the year with Richardson. Wow, this is Nuck and Futz. Oh my gosh. First off, team probably moving up. Like, all right, so Lance Zierlein, you already opened up the can of worms when it came to trades. I feel like a team is traded up at that like 10 spot, even a 10, 8, let's say 9, 10, 11. You could even make the case 8 to take Anthony Richardson. I feel like a team like the Buccaneers be willing to move up for him. Wow, man, this is just utterly surprising. Wow. Green Bay Packers take Dalton Kincaid. A lot of people have been doing that one. Some people be like, Darnell Washington's their guy, and he's blocked. We lost Mercedes Lewis. And it's like, maybe you want more receiving ability from your tight ends. Like, maybe you just wait till day 2. I actually like Quentin Johnston here. You could actually use Christian Watson in the slot. They kind of did that when they did trips, but I don't know. Jackson Smith and Jigba is kind of the ideal selection for me if I am the Packers, in my opinion. It's kind of a rough loss here. Paris Johnson being available 16 is kind of ludicrous, so I guess you kind of take him. You could start him at left guard. If you're not cool, if you don't really like Norwell there, or you could be like, okay, Leno, we had a good times and whatnot, but ta-ta later, we're gonna ship you off somewhere. And honestly, like Leno, you could probably get decent haul for like a 4th or a 5th. I imagine for a starting tackle in the NFL. I'm trying to like run through my mind like spots he could go right now. Since we've already opened Pandora's box. We drafted a tackle. So like where could Leno land? Like my first thought was, he used to play for the Bears, but they're kind of cemented. Well, they have a promising young talent of Braxton Jones. There's not the Dolphins, Bills. Bills an interesting thought. Maybe the Patriots actually. Patriots like those older guys to come in and do work. I mean, they brought in Riley Reif this year. They brought in Trent Brown. So maybe you could say Jacksonville. Though Cam Robinson will be back. How much do they love him? Probably more than I do. Maybe not Tennessee, but Indianapolis. Depending on how they feel about Bernard Ryman. Let's see. We got the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. Yeah, no from the AFC West. Cowboys, Rams, Washington, Giants. I don't know if that. I doubt they traded division anyway. Saints, Bucks, Panthers. Oh, Bucks. Actually, the Bucks. Ooh, Bucks is an interesting spot there too. I mean, they've been willing to throw like a fourth or a. Well, shoot, they got Shaq Mason for a fifth, so maybe they give another fifth for Leno. That could be a spot. What else? Who else is in that division? The Falcons. So no. Let's go to the north. Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago. No. Then we got Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Seahawks. Yeah, no, I think the best team I could see Leno going then too, it would probably be the Buccaneers. So, yeah, we did that thought process. Deontay Banks, he's actually a really good scheme fit for Mike Tomlin. So with already all these tackles flying off the board, you're probably like, screw it, whatever. There's a tackle there at 32, then there's a tackle there at 32 for us. Let's just go ahead and get our corner, because honestly, after this, it's like the quality of first round corners isn't great. There's like probably like a Tyreek Stevenson, perhaps, maybe Cam Smith, Emmanuel Forbes, but I'm not in love with those guys in the back end of the first. Pick 18 is the Detroit Lions. They're going to take Michael Mayer. Lions fans are going to love this because they know they need a tight end. So I'll just let Bears fans rattle off on that one in the comments. 19, Tampa Bay. They take Nolan Smith. So actually, I kind of like this. So you trade like a fifth to get Charles Leno. You bring in Nolan Smith. The thing is, the only problem is Baker's your quarterback. I would love to get another quarterback there. But that means you're not getting Nolan Smith, so is what it is. Oh, wow, they're making the reference to Levante David. Yo, he ain't Levante David. He ain't Levante David. He ain't a guy that I'm going to really trust in coverage like 20 times a game. The Seattle Seahawks take Myles Murphy. They did take Jalen Carter earlier in the draft. I actually really like this Murphy pick. I thought he had a good pro day like we all expected. Didn't really move too much on my board, but for me, kind of cemented him to be a top 20 prospect because I was a big fan of him, and it was nice to see at least the speed of the speed at 268, I believe it was, that we saw during the 2021 campaign. All right, Chargers go Jalen Hyatt. I get it, they need speed, but I think Zay Flowers is the better receiver. I don't love Hyatt in the first round. I get some people do, but I don't know if he has much else of a trump card outside of speed. I don't think he is a very nuanced route runner. I don't think he can really create after the catch. Some of my complaints about him. 22, this one is still the Ravens. They go Zay Flowers. So, wow, you pair up Stroud with Flower. Like, oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like what the Ravens have done. Oh, that's kind of sexy. Minnesota, or no, this is Buffalo Bills. They move up to get Bijan. They traded with Minnesota. So I think it's fine. It's not going to cost a lot, and the Bills are able to get a top-notch running back. They get Bijan, and they also have James Cook. I kind of wish they would address more of the offensive line because the offensive line kind of let them down last year, but kind of is what it is. All right, 24, Jacksonville, I believe. We'll find out in a sec. Yep, they take... Oh, I forgot Joey Porter was still on the board. This is ludicrous. Oh, that's just really good value. I talked about Banks. I forgot Porter was even on the board still. Here, let's quickly analyze who's still on the board. We got, I think, Quentin Johnston's still on the board, right? Johnston. We got Cyrus Torrance. We have DeJuan Jones. We have from the edge class. Nobody really. Brian Brazee, Clutch Cansey, Eddie Tommywall, but I doubt Zierlein's going to have Adibari in the first. I don't expect to see any of the linebackers. It's about all that I could think of off the top of my head. Brian Branch. So let's see how the rest of this goes. Actually, Brian Branch just goes to the Jets. They did lose Jordan Love, who kind of occupied that slot spot for them. I said Jordan Love. So Branch would be a good like plug and play. I want to see what else the Giants got going on the roster. Mainly in the secondary, because I feel like a lot of their corners could play in the slot. Oh, yeah, that's right. They got Darnay Holmes in there in the slot, which is not great. Oh, I didn't know they signed Amani Ariwari. Okay. Oh, they brought in Bobby McCain as well, who could also play the slot. Yeah, that secondary doesn't look great, but it's not terrible. Huh, very interesting. All right, Cowboys, Quentin Johnson. He was still, in fact, on the board. Thought so. I mean, they just brought in freaking... Oh, man, they brought in Brandon Cooks. This feels like, oh, well, Micah Gallup, you weren't all that last year, so we got a new receiver in town. You have CeeDee Lamb as well. Like, Cowboys don't have a lot of needs, so if the player falls to him here, then it's like, why not? Minnesota Vikings take Drew Sanders. They traded back with the Bills. I get it that all they have, what really is Jordan Hicks. But I mean, I expect Brian Asamoah to step up in a starting role. Which, I mean, Drew Sanders is would kind of be the same role. So it's like, basically, how much do you like or dislike Asamoah? I'd rather probably go corner here if I could. Even, honestly, Jordan Addison would be kind of fun here as well. All right, Cincinnati Bengals take Luke Musgrave. Hey, that's our third tight end in the first round. Third tight end. So, Bengals fans, I'm sure you're having the time of your life. You love tight ends in the first round. I actually think it's a pretty good fit, though. Some people will be like, oh, Darnell Washington, we're going to need more run blocking. And it's like, he's not that dynamic of a receiver. Kalijah Cansey going to the New Orleans Saints. They need more help on the defensive line. It won't surprise me if they double dip with their first two picks to get D-line help. So Cansey comes in there as a really good penetrator. Philadelphia Eagles take Keon White. I'm not this high on White where like I don't really like him at the back end of the first round. I like him better day two. I get it. Defensive line depth. It requires more depth. They get a player that could probably also kick inside. So they love versatility with some of their players. So yeah, it's fine. Let's see what the Chiefs got going on. Cedric Tillman, what the flip? With his high ankle sprain behind him, this is a steal. I never had Tillman as a first-round guy. Just saying. Tillman, for me, is a contested catch guy, possession guy, and I feel like that's about it. I got him as a day two guy. I feel good about that. This is ridiculously high. So it's like, oh, we got some size at receiver. Oh, yay. It's like, is it? I don't know. I'm not in love with that. I don't know. This is kind of a wonky mock. Like, parts of it I kind of like. Other aspects, I'm just like, ooh, no DeJuan Jones either. So Steelers are going to get one at pick 32. They're going to get DeJuan Jones. Good for them. So, like, honestly, Deontay Banks and DeJuan Jones is a good haul for the Steelers. Quentin Johnson, man, he just keeps going later and later in the draft, man. Really just, I don't like it. But I think the Ravens trade, it's kind of interesting. They get that quarterback and they compare it up with a wide receiver at this pick. I think is really good. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.